Anyway, so I mean, I've been on vacation, so I just kind of been away from it and relaxed. I'm just because they said, "Are you going to cancel your vacation because we're going to shut it down and save you money?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, I need to get away from here."
Feel that completely.
Like I got another vacation coming up last week of June, and if that's the shutdown week, I'm taking it into because I ain't dealing with the fucking hassle of it all.
Oh man, it's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I did read something about maybe it being taken over by the state, which would be a lot shittier.
Well, and that's what
Uh,
during the hearing she said, "We're going to do it better. We're going to do it better." She's trying to turn it back on the state, but the states can't afford it.
the states can't afford it.
No,
Will they? No.
no, and they can't, and it's not any plan. Okay, so if the states take it over, what are they doing? Are they going to implement it with trade schools, actual trade schools? Are trade schools going to house these people? There's no plan. You can always tell me you're going to do something better, but until you can give me a plan,
Hmm.
what kind of
You
fucking
don't
idiot
believe it?
shuts down the shit without something actually in place?
Yeah. There'll be something out there, without a doubt.
I don't know that there will be.
It's too big of an area to leave. Just nothing going on. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean
There'll be something.
they've got to do it now, so I don't know.
Is it federal government land or is it state land that the federal government kind of?
Federal government land.
It's federal government land.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
that's like my plan is, and I don't know if it'll go through. I mean, but I'm gonna try it. Whenever MTC leaves, the federal
Hmm.
government has to take that back over. They got to hire federal employees to cut grass, maintain security out there to make sure nobody goes on that place.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see
Yeah.
if I can get a job out there as a federal employee, and that counts towards retirement.
You'll
I,
be a fucking fed.
yeah, I mean, I could use my military time and count 10 years of that towards my retirement.
Yeah.
But there's no guarantee that I'd get hired on there either. I think I'd have an advantage because I think prior military
The military.
gives you bonus
It
points on
should.
federal jobs.
It should.
Yeah, because Charles, or not Charles, but Sean Dale, he's like, well, I've cut grass out there forever. When they leave, I'm gonna see if I can get on with the maintenance department and see you cut grass. I said, you realize that the maintenance department ain't gonna do it. That goes back to the federal government. MTC would no longer have nothing to do with it as far as cutting grass.
Yeah. Especially with Trump in there. He's just firing people left and fucking right.
Yep.
But that's what he's done since he got in. And like I said, I am still kind of a Trump supporter for the most part. I didn't vote for him. I don't agree with everything he says or does. But I'm hoping that the United States becomes what it used to be. It won't, but
Yeah. Like I said, I'm worried about those kids, but even on the local level, there's 400 employees on Job Corps. There is not 400 jobs in this county or the next county over. So I don't know what they're gonna do about all that shit.
I mean, there's always people looking for fucking help.
Yeah, but not 400 worth.
I don't know. Everybody is shorthanded now. Whether or not that's done by you know like O'Reilly's does it, limiting your hours to where you're running short staff. That way they can make more fucking money. Or if you just can't find anybody to work for you because it fucking sucks. But there's always jobs to be done.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know. We haven't had any new factories come in. We haven't had any of that. Other than the coal mines, I don't know if there's 400
As far
jobs
as I
left.
know, the last factory that really came in was fucking Easy Access.
Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know that there's 400 jobs out there, to be honest with you.
Not at this point, but there may be something coming. Never know. Maybe they'll put a hydro gear factory in. Lawnmower drives
Hmm.
like they got at Princeton. Yeah, just bring that motherfucker in. You need to go to work there. That way I can send my drive with you to get fixed.
They're gonna shit. Leah said, I don't want you to leave the county as far as driving anywhere for a job. I was like, man, I said, I'm not going like I did before where I used to drive to Tell City every day.
Hell no. But if you got to go a little bit in Henderson County or Webster County
Yeah.
or Crittenden County or something, that's not
I don't even
that
want.
bad.
I don't even want to drive to Evansville anymore. Leah said,
I don't
and I need to look. There's these online like customer support
work from
jobs
home
where you
stuff.
work from home,
Yeah.
where they call your cell phone and you log
Yeah.
on the computer and provide support there. I may even look into doing something like that. I just haven't decided yet.
And that sucks, man. And I'm glad I got it from the horse's mouth. I didn't jump to conclusions or anything.
I mean, I'm worried about it a little bit, but I'm not stressing over it.
Yeah. Well, that's good for your own sake.
Because I mean, she's got her own. I mean, if nothing else, like I've already canceled my dedicated server. It's running to the 4th till the billing period ends. But I canceled that, and I said because I'm not paying $300 for dedicated server.
Which dedicated server?
When that, like where my DayZ and all that is on there.
Yeah.
DayZ, Rust, all that. The dedicated server I was paying for, I put a stop to that.
And there's not a point of it.
No, and not a point in spending that much, especially when that was my biggest bill. So I can go out there and I can make $400 or $500 a month, and I'd be fine.
That's good. That's real good. I'm
If they
glad
give us
for
the
you.
severance pay, I mean that would be even better because then I'd pay off some of Leah's bills, and that would make it even easier. We'll see.
Surely God they will, but you never know.
But
with
if they
this
don't,
thing.
I mean she pays them. It ain't that big a deal.
Yeah, but that extra lump sum of cash is always good.
Yeah. So whatever happens, happens. I mean, if the injunction
good.
and like I said, I don't know what the injunction. I told the students, you signed a contract to come out here, and in that contract it states, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, and they're supposed to provide you with education. I would get all the students to file a fucking class action lawsuit against the government. You breach a contract.
That's crazy that these companies can sue the government, though. Just like that's something you haven't really seen that much before now, or at least I haven't seen. I get these news updates all the time.
The citizens here sued the government when they took Breckenridge, and when they took the land from them, made Camp Breckenridge. Now it took.
I mean, that's
they
not
won
surprising.
They won that lawsuit.
Really?
Yeah, the residents won the lawsuit.
I mean, I'm not saying that the government shouldn't be able to be sued. It's just something you don't really see that much of.
Right. I think they should be able to be sued more often, holds them more accountable. Instead of saying,
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
going to do this.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm not going to go there. That is some not so good thoughts. But I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're not stressing the fuck out about it.
Nah, ain't no point.
No, I mean, it's going to happen either way.
Yeah, that's why I look at
So does that mean all the Job Corps are
it.
closing?
Yep, all 110.
That's quite a few.
And you kind of knew something was coming because they stopped doing background checks in March. Like there's 14,000 students waiting to come to Job Corps, but their background checks was halted. That lady stopped their background checks in March. Yeah. Roger said he's going back to Louisville. He's already got a job waiting for him there. He's bought a house. And he said I can pay cash.
Is his number the same?
As far as I know, yeah. But he said he's got enough cash, saved up that he can pay for that thing already. He said, I just hope I don't get fucked by my finance company, I guess, who was financing the property for it. He said, so if I have to, I can pay cash for it completely. I was like, God damn, you got that much in the bank? Because it's like 200-some thousand for that house.
Wow, I spelled Louisville terribly.
Yeah, I was hoping to have my damn truck back this week. He said he would get it back to me this week, but I hadn't heard shit from him. I talked to him the other day, and he said, "Well, I haven't got that part. I'm waiting on that IPR valve for you to get." I
You
said,
putting a
"Wait a
Ford
minute."
in it?
Well, I said, me and you talked. I didn't want an O'Reilly's one. I wanted a Ford Motorcraft, and that's what you were going to get. He said, "No, I thought you were picking it up." Well, then when I went and talked to Dave apparently for some reason they couldn't get a Ford, and he went and got a
A
O'Reilly's one.
standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that. I sent Roger a message, and I really am sorry about your lost job. I said, but you better not fucking run off to Louisville without saying at least bye, fucker. So,
But I guess the only good thing on that standard, I guess it's got a lifetime warranty, so I guess if it messes up. I didn't think that IPR valve was that much. I think I paid.
oh no, it's like $200. It's
Yeah.
fucking high.
I didn't remember paying that much for it last time I got a Ford one.
I mean, inflation.
Yeah, I just paid my Riley's bills like $500. Because I just had them print me a quote. I said, well, let them get the parts, and then I'll come by and pay it. And so an air filter, that rail, the injector seal kit, and the IPR valve was like my cost, 500 some bucks.
Damn it. That's a standard rail, I'm sure. It probably ain't a fucking motorcraft, which really don't matter.
And I said, what about the standpipe? Because I was always told, when Diesel Doctor looked at that the stand was leaking. I said, might as well replace it. He said, well, no, he said that pressure was holding good on that. But I don't know, we'll see once he gets all those parts replaced. If he does another damn pressure check, he may find, okay, that's held steady, now it's leaking somewhere else. Those were just the first ones.
Good old 6-liter.
Because you're supposed to have it done last week. And I was going to haul the camper out there, and he said, well, if I get, Riley's parts, I could probably have it done for you that Thursday before. And I was like, no, I want it done right. Let's get that Ford Motorcraft. And he said, oh, yeah, I'll definitely get it done then the week after. Because he said, I'm going on vacation Thursday, and I'll be back Monday. And so when I called him yesterday, Wednesday, still wasn't done. I haven't heard anything today. I doubt if he's working the weekend, so I may not get it by the time my damn vacation's done.
Probably not. But you'll have your truck back and it'll be right.
Hopefully. This is the third time it's gone to the shop, and it's never been right coming back.
Well,
and it ain't all been by him.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But to be fair, it hasn't been by him either. The first problem started out with Diesel Doctor when they didn't put that turbo pipe on right. Remember when you had no power coming out?
Mm-hmm. When I pulled out and I thought I was going to get hit by traffic, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was because he didn't put that clamp on right. And then the silicone in the IPR, he said that was probably from where they put the high pressure oil pump. They put too much in there. And I said, well, I'm glad it's not, debris and trash, and it's more silicone than actual like metal.
I mean, that seems like something I would do. Put too much silicone on something.
Yeah. I mean, that I wasn't too much worried about. I mean, when he said that, shit. Okay, they put too much. I ain't worried about that as long as it's not metal. I'm having fun on Raft again. Have you ever played it?
I have not, and I've watched some videos of it, and it looks fun. And so does Repo. Repo looks fun as fuck with people, other people playing with you.
It is. Now it's been a while since we played it now.
Have you seen the video run around on Facebook and YouTube and shit?
Of what?
Of Repo, where it's playing, I don't know if it's Nelly or P. Diddy or... I'm gonna try to send it to you.
Okay.
It's really fucking funny, and it's really goddamn... It's pretty fucking short. Hey, there it is. I'm sending it to your phone.
Okay.
You can hear the song playing as he's getting taken off down the hallway. Fucking laugh gets me. Did you watch it?
No, I was gonna wait until tonight.
Man, it's a short on YouTube. It's like
All right,
fucking
let me
like
take a look.
37 seconds.
Hold on. Let me save.
I know.
Return to main
I'm-
menu. Hold on. And stop stream.